Recently I've been getting a load of questions from my turn your camera into a webcam video I shot a while back, and because unfortunately not all cameras are compatible with the software, many of you have been asking if there's any other way that the cameras can be used without the free software. Yes there is, but you're going to have to spend around £10 to £20 to do it. Maybe like me, you want to up the quality of your live streams or video calls without busting the bank, and when you've already got a decent camera at your disposal, why wouldn't you want to use that? I have never got on with webcams because you have no control over the exposure or the f-stop for that matter, and I prefer the shallow depth of field you can get with a mirrorless camera and a decent low aperture lens. You just can't get that very well with a standard webcam. With this method, as long as you have a video output on your camera, you're good to go. Now, I wanted to find a really cheap HDMI USB adapter without breaking the bank, and I found this little dongle on Amazon for around £10 at the time of recording this video. Full disclaimer here, it's cheap and nasty, and I can't vouch whether it will last, but I've been using it for around 9 months or so with no issues. If you want a better built quality one, or one with a proper warranty for that matter, go for the Elgato Cam Link. It's around £80, but at least you know what you're getting with the Elgato range. Nowadays, I use the Blackmagic A10 Mini because it allows me to have up to 4 HDMI inputs, which basically means more camera angles, and I crave power. Now, I talk more about my live stream setup in one of my other videos, which I'll link to in the description below for you. So plug in your HDMI cable from your camera to the device, plug it into a USB port on your computer, boot up OBS or Zoom, and your webcam should show up straight away. It's that easy. Not bad for a dongle that's £10, right? I'll put the link to it in the description below for you guys, along with the other video cards I've mentioned earlier. Also worth mentioning, get yourself a decent quality 2.0 or higher HDMI cable. That's all you need to worry about. Oh, and don't go crazy on the length of the cable either. Just keep it short. For under £10, I was blown away by how good the image looked. And seeing as I have the A10 Mini here, I thought I'd do a quick comparison to see if there's much difference in image quality between the two units. So straight away you can tell that the cheaper HDMI is a little bit more saturated than the A10 Mini video capture card, but I don't think that makes much of a difference when you're streaming, to be perfectly honest. I think it's a good picture, and then going back to the A10 Mini you can see it's a little bit more neutral in colour, but that's about it really. A few accessories I'm using in addition to the camera is this desk mount and small rig combo. If you've seen some of my videos in the past, you know how handy I find these little clamps to be, and I use this one to mount the camera in place like so. For audio, I use the Podcast Pro from Sontronics. That goes straight into my audio interface, but if you're wanting something cheaper, there are plenty of USB microphones out there that you can simply plug in and use without the need of an audio interface. The Blue Yeti or the Rode NT USB are great options to look into. Lighting is also important, and I managed to find this little LED panel online for under £25. Again, all this is optional. You can always use natural light if you position your setup underneath a window and during the daytime. I keep my camera plugged in and powered via the USB input. Your camera may not have this, so if you don't want to worry about changing the battery every 5 minutes, it might be worth grabbing a dummy battery kit for your particular camera model. I'll put a few links to some of those options in the description below for you. It's always a good idea to check your camera manual first to make sure what power options your particular camera model has beforehand though. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.